we just have 3 races to go here in the 2023 NR2003 Rowdy Energy Pro Series season. We have 2 cars within a race of points of each other as we arrive here at the short track that is South Boston Speedway, nestled in South Boston, Virginia, in Halifax County, for the running of the Virginia is for Lovers 250. What's going on, everybody? Caleb here, and welcome to the Virginia is for Lovers 250 here at the South Boston Speedway. Race 15 of 17 in the 2023 Rowdy Energy Pro Series season. Like I just said, we've got 2 cars currently within a race worth of points of each other heading into this race, and we just have 3 races to go. After this, it'll just be 2. We'll have another short track, the New Smyrna Speedway in New Smyrna, Florida, and then for the finale, we head to Talladega, Alabama, for the Talladega Super Speedway. Be an interesting couple of weeks, I'll tell you that. And in just over 2 weeks, we will crown a champion for the 2023 Rowdy Energy Pro Series season. But we are currently here in South Boston, Virginia at the South Boston Speedway. And it's going to be an interesting one here tonight. We got 63 laps that we will have to go through. And it being a short track, you never really know what's going to happen. Short tracks can be kind of in between an NR. They can either be pretty calm or they can be wreckfest. You never really know what you're going to get with these. South Boston Speedway is included. You never really know what you're going to get at this track, but it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially with our championship contenders. But speaking of the championship, let's take a look at your championship standings. Coming into this race, Vinny Scholes currently holds the point lead by 25 points over Chad Gronkowski, who's made his way up to second, taking advantage of Richard Kinghart's struggles, in which Kinghart slipped to third after last week's race at Chicagoland. Kinghart currently is 36 points back. Looking further on down the standings, we've got Skylar Taylor 54 back, Lucia Torres 61 back, Angel Gutierrez 69 back, Cole DeHill is 70 back, Will Parrish is 78 back, Cameron Lassard is 82 back, and Matt Tuck rounds out your top 10 in points. He is 84 points back. So, have to see what happens here tonight. See how these championship standings go. But at the moment, it's Vinny Scholes, currently the favorite right now to win the championship. Scholes will be starting third this race. Have to see what she can do. But on the pole for today's race, it's Vinny Scholes' biggest challenger as of now. It's Chad Gronkowski, driving the number 20 for Dracoan Racing. I know Dracoan would like a good run here tonight. They've got one of their cars starting on pole. Have to see if Chad Gronkowski can hold ground and potentially go to victory lane here tonight and catch Vinny Scholes in the standings. But we'll have to see here in just a second. We'll get these guys rolling off here shortly. But before we do that, let's take a look at your starting lineup here for tonight's race. As aforementioned on the pole, it's the 20 of Chad Gronkowski, starting alongside the 52 of Stuart Gratton. Row number 2, we find the 97 of Vinny Scholes, starting alongside the number 4 of Skylar Taylor. Row 3, we find the 64 of Cameron Lassard, starting alongside the 17 of Angel Gutierrez. Row 4, we find the 98 of Richard Kinghart, starting alongside the 99 of Priya McShane. And rounding out the top 10 in row number 5, we have the 43 of Braden Perez, starting alongside the 71 of Stephen Colon. Looking further on back in row number 6, we have the 87 of Cole Raymond, starting alongside the 27 of Josh Harmon. Row 7, we've got the 28 of Brady Burkert, starting alongside the 7 of Lucia Torres. Row number 8, we find the 33 of Tyreek Hartman, starting alongside the 9 of Cole DeHill. Row 9, we've got the 61 of DeMar Patriot, starting alongside the 72 of Jim Vincent left. Row 10, we have the 16 of Benny Moore, starting alongside teammate, the 88 of Jason Lona. For 11, we have Corey Chase in the number 12, I believe, making his first start on the season. Starting alongside the 41 of Alvin Alonso. And rounding out the field in row number 12, we've got the 55 of Will Parrish, starting alongside the 73 of Landon Smith Jr. These guys rolling off here right now, making sure everybody rolls off okay. Looks like we are good. Race board will be on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. It'll be a 63-lap race, usual 24 entries. And there will be a pit cyclist race, so something to watch out for as this race goes on, because the pit road here can be a little bit tricky to get onto. But base car is going to make the turn into pit road, and Chad Gronkowski is going to lead the field of the green flag here at the South Boston Speedway. And the Virginia is for Lovers 250. Coming around to lead lap number 1, it'll be Chad Gronkowski in the 20. Vinny Scholes in the 97. Good start for her. Scholes is up to second. Lassard's going up to third. Outside lane doesn't really work here. Doesn't have as much banking as Bristol, so you can't really get a good enough run off of it to make it work. So these guys need to get down to the bottom as fast as they can. Guys like Stuart Gratton, Skylar Taylor, and Angel Gutierrez. But up front, here comes Vinny Scholes with a power move down to the inside of Chad Gronkowski. And Scholes is going to make it look easy. And she's going to officially clear for the race lead here on lap number 4. Back here, Kinghart's getting shuffled up to the outside. It's going to allow a couple cars through. Brad Perez, Cole Raymond, Brady Burkhart. And now Cameron Lassard up front's looking to the inside of the 20. Kinghart's still stuck on that outside. But Lassard is going to clear the 20 of Brady Burkhart going through 3 and 4. Oh, and a 61 into the inside wall. They're going to save it, though, but Corey Chase is way up the racetrack. And looks like the 61 of DeMar Patriot's going to come down the pit lane. As we got a couple cars going at it here early. And that's going to probably take the 61 out of contention. Patriot's probably going to go multiple laps down as a result of this. Unfortunate for him. We'll put a replay somewhere on the screen of that incident. But both cars kept it straight, so we do stay green. Brady Burkhart's made his way up to third. Chad Gronkowski slipping back a little bit. He slid up to the outside, and that's going to allow Tyreek Hartman and the 16 of Benny Moore to get through. Moore's made his way through the field very well. He's up into the top 10. I believe fighting for the top 5 spot now after starting in the 19th position. So he's been able to use that inside to his advantage very well. But up front, Vinny Scholes looking to extend that gap in the point standings and maybe looking to clinch the championship early if she has another good run next week at New Smyrna. But still got a decent ways to go in this race. Got a couple championship contenders up here fighting. We got the 20 of Gronkowski on the outside of the 98 of Richard Kinghart. And Kinghart's going to take that spot away. We've got 3 wide back here. McShane, Torres, and Parrish. And it looks like they're going to make it work. You can make 3 wide work here, but it is very, very risky to do. As more often than not, it can result in a wreck. But now Kinghart has been shuffled up to the outside. Gronkowski's gotten back down to the inside. And up front, Scholes is caught up to lap traffic. That's the 61 of Patriot, who's back out on the racetrack. 3 laps down, about to go 4 laps down if Scholes can get by him. And Scholes is going to peek to the inside, and Scholes is going to make easy work here of the 61 of DeMar Patriot. So they go through turns 1 and 2. Got Cameron Lassard and Brady Burkhart second and third right now, and then it's Tyreek Hartman in fourth, and Benny Moore currently rounding out your top 5. Got a battle here going for 6th. Stuart Gratton trying to make his way back up through the field alongside the 87 of Cole Raymond. And how about Landon Smith Jr.? Started all the way back in 24th. He's made his way up into the top 10. Trying to do today what Will Parrish did back at Pocono. There's 72 of Jim Vincent left, also making his way into the top 10. Jack Arkowski slipping back just a bit. There's the 12 of Corey Chase, making, like I said, I believe his first start on the season. Also involved in an earlier incident. To the back bumper of the 20, trying to get his way into the top 10. It's one of the interesting things about short tracks. As long as you don't get too much damage, you can still stay in contention, even if you're involved in an incident. And that's what Corey Chase is showing right now. He's still got a lot of speed in that 12. But looking back up front, Scholes is absolutely gone with the race lead right now. She's got about 2 seconds on the rest of the field. Taking a look through the field, Jack Arkowski getting by the 73 of Landon Smith Jr. That's for 8th. Priya McShane trying to get back into the top 10 underneath Landon Smith Jr. Richard Kinghart slipped back a bit, but he's gotten back down to the inside. Kinghart currently sits in the 14th spot. Then got a little bit of battling here towards the back. Skylar Taylor slipped back a lot from their starting position. Right now they are fighting around the 17th position, and I believe that's the 9 of Calder Hill getting past. Going to drop Skylar Taylor down to 18th on the racetrack. And Smith Jr. goes a little bit wide there. Going to allow the opportunity for Braden Perez in the 43 to get down to the inside. And he is going to do just that. Here comes Benny Moore going to the inside of Brady Burkhardt. It looks like Tyreek Hartman has already got by that 28. Now Benny Moore is going to make his way past the 28 to get himself up into 4th. But Scholes still currently leading the way here. Taking a look at their fastest lap so far. It belongs to the number 52 of Stuart Gratton. Started on outside pole, fell back early, got stuck on the outside, but he's made his way back through the field. He's currently sitting in the 6th position. Could be catching Brady Burkhardt here. Have to keep an eye on Stuart Gratton as this race goes on, but Vinny Scholl still currently out in front. There's DeMar Patriot in the 61, now 4 laps down. But kind of like I was saying earlier, he doesn't have too much damage. And although I think he might be a little bit slower than these guys, he's still keeping at least decent pace with them. So, but looking through the field once again, 9 of Calder Hill's getting stuck on the outside. There's the 7 of Lucia Torres getting to the inside. Richard Kinghart's gotten stuck on the outside again. In fact, he goes really wide there at 1 and 2. That's going to shuffle him back a lot. As that's going to open the door for potentially Lucia Torres to get down to the inside. Not quite going to happen there. Most of the field single file for now, except for here in the back. Yeah, Stephen Colon passing the 55 of Will Parrish. And he's going to make that look easy. Angel Gutierrez currently running out the field, but Kinghart can't get off of that outside lane. Got passed by Lucia Torres. Now here comes the 9 of Calder Hill, the 71 of Stephen Colon. This is not the run he needs if he wants to stay in championship contention. He'll probably need something to happen to Vinny Scholes in the next 2 races if he does finish like this, if he wants to stay in championship contention. Got some Millennium Motorsports cars going at it once again. Corey Chase the inside and passing the 28 of Brady Burkhardt. Burkhardt's car potentially starting to fall off here in the middle stages of this race. Now down to 8th place after spending most of the race in 3rd. And now there's just 72 of Jim Vincent left getting to his back bumper. And could have a battle brewing up here, as it looks like Tyreek Hartman and Benny Moore have caught up to the back bumper of that 64. Like Benny Moore is right on the back bumper of the 33 of Tyreek Hartman. And could have a battle back here. Here comes the 20 of Chad Arkowski, trying to get by the 52 of Stuart Gratton. And he's going to take that spot away. Gronkowski's back up into the top 5. Once again. But starting to get close to that cycle of pit stops. Should be around lap 41, 42, 43-ish. When we should start seeing cars come down. But here comes the 16 of Benny Moore. Trying to take third away before we get to that cycle. So if Corey Chase has gotten underneath the 52 of Stuart Gratton as well. And Benny Moore moves his way up into third. Now to the back bumper of the 64. Trying to take second away. In about 2 laps, we will see that pit cycle, and you can see Benny Scholes gaining to the back of the field now. There's the 27 of Josh Harmon, 88 of Jason Lona. And DeMar Patriot, like I said, is keeping relative pace with Vinny Scholes. Benny Moore has gotten up to second, and now Tyreek Hartman is going after Lessard for third. But this is potentially the lap we could see cars coming down, and here comes Scholes, along with the 27 of Josh Harmon. Here comes Benny Moore. And Cameron Lessard, a little bit of a wide entry, but still manages to make it into the pits. And most of the field coming down here. Had a couple cars stay out, including the 12 of Corey Chase, Cole Raymond, Landon Smith Jr. And I believe most, if not all, of these guys will be coming down this time by. Looks like they will, but this is where this race is going to be won. I believe it'll be 4 tires and fuel for most of these guys, enough to make it to the end. There goes the 27. There goes the 97 of Scholes. Oh, a bit of almost a collision there in the pit lane between Lessard and Hartman. And it looks like Cameron Lessard's going to jump the 33 and the 16, and he's about right back where he was a couple of laps before the pit cycle, but ooh, a little close there. Benny Scholes is going to have her teammate right in front of her. This is the risky part. We've got cars coming onto the track, and we've got cars already on the track. Ooh, loose there for Priya McShane. Now we've got cars about everywhere you look. Now the 61 will be a lot slower than these guys because he's on a lot older tires. I don't know if he'll be able to make it to the end. He probably won't be able to. Ooh, so still a pit stop probably needed for this 61 machine. Just looking through the field. Tyreek Hartman takes second back from Cameron Lessard. But out front, it is still Vinny Scholes, 97, with almost a 5-second lead. Back to second place, Tyreek Hartman. But Richard Kinghart's probably not going to make this easy. I know he definitely doesn't want to go a lap down. Didn't have a very good pit stop there. In fact, Kinghart is the last car on the lead lap. So unless something crazy happens, this will probably knock Kinghart out of championship contention. Which is unfortunate to see because Kinghart's had a pretty strong season up until these final couple of races. It's just been a struggle bus for the current driver in that 98. There's Chad Gronkowski in the 20, up to 7th, passing Stuart Gratton. And there comes the 61 into the pit lane. But Kinghart now by the 17, so now Angel Gutierrez is the last car on the lead lap. Scholes trying to get by, and this is allowing these guys to close. Hartman, Moore, Corey Chase, who's made his way up to 4th. They're trying to gain on our leader of Scholes, who's struggling with lap traffic. We've got a car coming onto the track, the 61 of DeMar Patriot. And it looks like he's going to get out with relative ease. Chad Gronkowski trying to get to the inside of the 87 of Cole Raymond. Trying to get his way up to 6th. Cameron Lessard on the back bumper still of Corey Chase. And Scholes once again trying to get by the 98 of Kinghart. But Kinghart, like I said, not making this easy. And this is allowing guys like Tyreek Hartman to gain, but at the moment, not enough. Because we've got now under 10 laps to go here at South Boston, and that'll go by pretty quickly. But Scholes is going to get to the inside now of the 98 of Richard Kinghart, and is going to try to get the 27 of Josh Harmon here as well. And Scholes is going to get it done here, and actually pulled away a little bit that lap from Tyreek Hartman. And 61, holding up a couple of guys here. The 7 of Lucia Torres, who's actually up into the top 10 now, so good recovery from that number 7. Here's Chad Gronkowski trying to get to the back bumper of Cameron Lessard, trying to get into the top 5. No, Scholes is leading, trying to limit the damage as much as possible. Because at this rate, unless something happens, it looks like Scholes is going to win this race, but Kinghart's actually gotten back by Scholes. Scholes must have got stuck up on the outside because the 97 lost quite a bit of time that lap. Now the 27 of Josh Harmon to the back bumper of that 97. And these guys are gaining. Again, not quite as much as they would probably like to catch the 97. But, oh, the 17! Angel Gutierrez blows up. On with 3 laps to go. That's got to sting for the driver of that 17. Wasn't running the best, but still, just a couple laps to the finish, and that engine lets go on that number 17 for Logan Sport. But coming to the white flag, this time by 1 lap to go here at the Virginia is for Lovers 250 for Vinnie Scholes, who's trying to strengthen her points lead. And your favorite to the championship is going to nab another win here in the season. Vinnie Scholes wins the Virginia is for Lovers 250 here at South Boston. Tyreek Hartman's going to nab 2nd. Benny Moore 3rd. Josh Harmon gets into the barrels, and seems like we are going to have a little bit of extracurricular activity here. And just some minor fender benders is all. That is exactly what Vinnie Scholes needed to do to strengthen that points gap to Chad Gronkowski. And Scholes still looking like the favorite to win the championship. But let's take a look at your finishing results here from South Boston. Vinnie Scholes gets the win here after 63 laps. Tyreek Hartman's going to come home 2nd. Benny Moore 3rd. That's going to round up your podium. Great run from these guys who started a little bit deeper in the field. Looking further on back, Corey Case finishes 4th. Great run for him in his first start of the season. Got involved in an incident, but still manages to rebound, get into the top 5. Rounding out your top 5 is the 20 of Chad Gronkowski. Have to see if he can catch Vinnie Scholes after this, but looking further on down the field, we got Cameron Lessard in 6th, Cole Raymond 7th, Brady Burkhart 8th, Lucia Torres 9th, and Stuart Gratton is going to round out your top 10. Next race is going to be the Fresh from Florida 200 at the New Smyrna Speedway. That'll be going up Wednesday, December 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sign-ups for which will be tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is getting interesting, I'll tell you that. But thank y'all so much for watching. Once again, congratulations to Vinnie Scholes. And I will see you all at New Smyrna. Y'all take care and have a good one. Here are your point standings after race 15 on the season.